Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Welcome back everybody to a new episode of Stock Tip Daily Update. I'm Marcel Toria and this is the latest from the markets. The S&P 500 started the day a bit weak, but in the last hour of trading, I think we've managed to pull up plus 0.7%, and that's extraordinary considering how weak the market seemed up until here. So overall, another good day to be trading, so another perfect day to be trading, and you might have seen it in the daily chart. We have reached a bit of a resistance line here. Actually, we've broken out of it, but overall the market is still, or might still be, a bit of a bot. I don't know if it is, or I can't really be sure of anything right now. It might seem a bit of a bot, but historically seen here, it was the same story, and the market kept rising and rising and rising and rising and rising and rising and rising, and time and time again it went way above the previous all-time high. So there is a bit of a hope that we are going to reach our previous all-time high here before we consolidate drastically. I guess time will tell what's going to happen. Also, the Nasdaq outperformed everything. Honestly, yeah, the Nasdaq was also a bit weak to begin with, but recovered and regrouped, rallied, and finished with plus 1.5%, so a huge plus. The IVM moved a bit more sideways here, so we are consolidating our position in the IVM as well. Perhaps ready for a big breakout here above the 209 line, and that would be awesome. Then this would mean that the whole of the market, so pretty much all of the market stocks are ready for a breakout, and that would of course give us some weight in our sales. But we are not that far just as yet. Then the German markets manage also plus 0.8%, but we are still in the consolidation phase, and we are still beneath this big, now it's a big resistance line here, so we are still beneath it, and we are still riding the 9-day moving average and the 20-day moving average, so everything is looking very good here. I think we are pretty much ready for the next breakout here. Perhaps this week it's going to come, and if it comes, then I see us reaching the 31. 31, this doesn't count, but I see us reaching the 200 moving average. And then the euro to US dollar, it's still moving sideways, but it's so the tendency is to go south again. In the beginning it went a bit south, so I think this trend is still going to continue, and I still think we are falling here and we are going to reach our next level. Let me put it up a bit, so a bit up, so I still think we are still going to reach our next lower level here. I don't think the market is already prepared for a move up and for a trend change here. Well, the big surprise, not for us, but for everybody out there, is oil. Because I've been saying for a week or 2 weeks now that oil is still in a consolidation phase and still needs another week or two. So oil managed minus 7.5% today, so it's not that surprising. So stock tip followers already know that the consolidation or the pullback in oil is was not done yet, and now we see the proof of this, minus 7.5% today. And like I said, I still think we have 1 or so weeks to go. So I think we are going to hit the 9 moving average here in the weekly chart again, and perhaps then we are going to hold this position, but I definitely think for the time being we aren't ready to break out. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I never think that I'm wrong. And then gold, I also presumed here, you remember from last week, I also presumed that the gold wasn't ready to break out yet either, also because of the weekly chart, and gold is moving a bit south now. I still think gold is going to reach to go in the weekly chart to go to until it reaches at least the 20 moving average here in the weekly, if not the 50. So I think this is way probable, very probable here. Perhaps the next few days are going to show us the way. I don't think we are going to fall beneath the original breakout point. So this I don't think. I think we are going to find a consolidation at least at the 50 weekly moving average here. So more accentuated move here in the silver, but pretty much the same chart here, so pretty much the same chart formation. So it doesn't come as a surprise to any of us from stock tip and from the stock tip for the stock tip followers, and that's saying something. So the analysis was pretty accurate in the last couple of weeks, and yes, it feels good. So 10 is the one sector to keep an eye out. This is the solar sector. For the time being, 10 seems to be consolidating here further. I think I can remove this line now. So for the time being, 10 seems to be consolidating here further, and it's looking very bullish. So the consolidation in the weekly chart is mega. So we have diminishing volume. It just might be that this week is the week where we break out again and we go for the next level, and the next level would be this major trend line here, respectively 88. So if we are going to go higher, then I think we are bound to look for some cool stocks here in the solar sector, and pick up the best of the best. Okay, then my portfolio today, I've added PayPal. PayPal was the stock of the I think the setup of the week at stock tip, and I had stop buy at 16.6, I think, or 16.5. Can't remember exactly, but it got activated today. Then it's lost its momentum, and then it gained its momentum again. So we still don't have a breakout. I will admit this is not a breakout. I thought that we would break out with some more momentum here. It wasn't. But I still think this is a very, very solid position, and this is one I'm going to hold on to as long as it's possible. So my stop went at 111, I think. I don't think any lower. I think 111. And this is where my stop is. If you still haven't bought in, then you might want to buy in above today's high. The stop, I think, is pretty good where it is. So AMD also consolidated a bit. I will consider this a mother candle, this an INSA candle. Then Microsoft added 2.3% today, very nice profit, and I think I can pull my stop now at the 297 line, somewhere here, so 297 line, and it's not allowed to fall beneath anymore. Nvidia also added almost 2% today, but this is nothing in comparison to what's going to come our way. My stop was initially here, I think 254 or something like this. If Nvidia breaks out tomorrow above the high of the mother bar here, then I'm going to pull the stop at 270, somewhere in this range. Okay, so I think now we have it all. Remember to take a look at the free setups of this week. PayPal was also there. I will go through it very quickly. So PayPal was also there. Pfizer is also there, so I've activated a position in Pfizer. It didn't get bought yet, so I think my position is above, or my buy is above the high of this candle, with a lower at 52, so 57 or no 53.6 I think, or 53.7 with a stop at 52. Then CITOS, I don't think I've activated it yet, but perhaps tomorrow. So above but when we are going to break out of this triangle, it's going to get activated. And DVAC, I've also activated it, but it hasn't happened yet. So I've mentioned it yesterday. Remember to check it out in the video. Okay, this is all for the free members of StockTip and the free subscribers. Remember to check out the website for some more interesting and pretty powerful setups with high profits. And now I'm going to continue with the third part of the video with this setups which I'm talking about.